So today I'm going to be sat with Alex, who when he first came to me was just making 1.5k a month in commissions. He was full of doubts, questioning his abilities and whether he should keep betting on himself in the sales game. And fast forward, he's now pulling in 12k a month commissions, proving to himself and everyone else that he is built for this industry. He removed financial stress, he gained full confidence in his skill set, and most importantly became the man who thrives in a saturated sales world. In this conversation, you'll get to see exactly what we do inside of Born to Close and create transformations just like Alex. Let's jump in. Okay, I'm very, very happy with this one. Like I just said, I'm sat here with Alex today. Alex, I think, learned from me around 6, 7, 8 months ago, I'd guess. But like I said, very proud of this result. When I seen the message, put a big smile on my face. But Alex, could you give a bit of intro on who you are, what you sell, all that good stuff, and then we can get into, I guess, your journey over the past 7, 8 months to a year.
Absolutely, Dan. Yeah, it's been a tough journey. I started this first of all when I started getting into a high ticket space, and I tried going the cheap route, doing everything for free. Trying to get all the all as much information I can for free, and then I came to the realization that I was like, I'm gonna have to pay to play.
Mm.
And that got me into first one call closers where I was on the V-shirt offer. After a few months, I met you in the offer as well. Obviously, I started watching your videos there on V-Shred, and I was very very amazed because I was like, man, I was trying to break through. You know how that fitness offer is very difficult. So as soon as I learned that you were doing a training on this, it took me a while, but it didn't take me a while because of you that you didn't know what you were doing, or should I go with Dan? It took me a while. We go back to what you talk about a lot is the beliefs.
Yeah.
I still had doubts on myself. Should I invest a little bit more money and go into this deeper? Should I do this? And I believe it was at December, somewhere around December that you get those moments. I was like, dude, I've been doing this for a few, and for those that have been on V-Shred and seen this offer, it just pounds you. It's a very very hardcore offer. So I decided, I was like, I started this, I'm not going to quit. And I said, and I think we got into the conversation. I was like, Dan, I'm in no doubts about your skills or anything. So we just basically worked it out.
Yeah.
I was really happy to join the team.
That's good. Do you remember when we first met each other on B-Shred online?
Yes, I do.
You remember when you role played with me and you was like, I would hang up on this guy.
Yep. Completely remember. And then until afterwards, I started seeing why you did that. But yeah, I completely remember that call, and I was like, man, this guy is, not to say any bad words, but
No, I've had
you
that.
pounded me on that call too. I was like, man, this guy is just grilling me.
I've had 3 people who I role played with V-Shred. They said that I would hang up on you and they didn't like how I sell, and then they've all came later to learn. So good.
I'm guilty.
It's a cool thing. But yeah, what was your exact situation before joining? I know you was in car sales before, and then you moved into high ticket. But how was life like for you before joining Born to Close, or just your overall experience in the high ticket sales world?
Well, I was in the automotive industry, and another thing to add here, Dan, that actually I was very thankful, and just to kind of finish that topic and joining you. I mean, obviously, I'm much older. I think when I joined, I was 48.
Mm.
With you, I'm 49 now, and one of the things that I was really thankful was that the way that I was a bit, I always say a little bit slow learning because getting used to new models and new ways of doing things, and your patience was very helpful in me going through it. And I just kind of want to add there a little bit for because it was hard, and just going back. I spent 20 years, 20 plus years in the automotive industry, selling automotive service for someone that, goes to a shop, hey, I hear a little noise, and then you call them back and you upsell there.
Mm.
But my strength was always the phone, just getting on the phone, someone calling to get information and getting them in the shop.
Mm.
Okay. Now, in that industry, there wasn't as much, discovery, empathy, like there is when you're doing phone sales, and especially fitness, where a lot of consultation is very straightforward. So 2 years prior to starting, I noticed that, I was like, man, I've done everything I could do here. My salary was capped out. I kept seeing things about high ticket, and the fact that a lot of the fulfillment in high ticket is almost unlimited, depending on the offer that you're in. That if you sell 10 or 15 that week, you're gonna be if 10 or 15 are gonna get fulfilled.
Mhm.
And I felt beyond the automotive industry. I can sell 20 tickets in 1 week, and I knew just about whatever I did, it was either going to be 7 to 8 cars if I was lucky were going to come out.
Mm.
So, and I consider in the automotive industry that I felt that I'm in the top 5%. So, in service advising. So I was like, you know what, I need to change my things. I was already I just felt that I was topped out. So I took some high ticket courses. Actually, the first guy that I trained was Jeremy Miner.
Mhm.
So that was my first intro, and then I found one called Closers, and the rest is history for me now.
Okay, cool. What would you say the most exciting thing that's happened in your sales career since, I guess, working with me?
Man, just the way that the way that you handle the conversations. I mean, it's your level of attention when you're with a person, the way the words, how you just keep digging, and just when maybe I would just walk out of the conversation, you actually stay in it. You keep asking questions,
Mm.
and your attention to the person I mean, you're having a conversation with that person. That's one of the things that I definitely admire the most there, and your skills.
I'm talking about you and your experience. How have you changed? How have
I'm
you
sorry. Well, you were able to transmit that to me because, what's it called? I wouldn't ask that many questions. It took me a while. I mean, especially in fitness was very difficult for me.
Mm.
Fitness was very difficult because, um, I was like, hey, should I just keep asking questions or not? And then after your training, it was just natural. I would just hear these key things, and I jump into it, and I kept the conversation going, keep digging. And I remember I took my closing percentage, I think it was hovering 19, 20, and I bumped it up to 25, 26% at that point, because it was a little bit of a struggle for me,
Yeah.
and training that brain. Like, I think you talked about it all the time, is a muscle. You just got to keep training,
Yeah, yeah,
watching your videos.
exactly.
So it changed tremendously. And even now, I keep watching your trainings and everything. It helps me just listening to key points and keep asking questions and digging. So
Good stuff.
it's been changing for me, and
Nice.
um, just
That's,
been really happy about it.
that's good. I know you put the message in about your successful month 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if you've made any more sales since, but I guess what results have you got this month and why are we talking? Like, how has things went?
Yeah, I so far this month, and I say so far because there's still a few days left. I've collected 12,000 in commissions
Nice.
so far.
Good stuff.
So definitely life changing. I see the next step coming up, and sticking with just keep going. And like I said at the beginning of the call, I don't want this to be a one-hit wonder. I want to keep training myself. I don't want to sleep on the laurels and just kind of like, oh man, I'm already and high ticket sales. The brain needs to be trained constantly. I've noticed in this industry.
Yeah, because otherwise other people are doing it and you're not. Um, so how is your life? I know this is your first big month, and I don't have any doubts in my mind you will keep the momentum up. Momentum up. I think you'll keep it, which is great. How would you say your life is different before versus after, in terms of your confidence, that feeling of making that money? How has things changed?
It's changed a lot. I mean, I think I had a big scarcity mindset that I had to break through,
Mhm.
and this has helped me a lot.
Mm.
It's given me more confidence in the field, and I see more and more potential. And it helps a lot. Has it been easy? No.
No?
It's been a lot of internal work, a lot of just resilience, and then another thing that, whether some people believe or not, I think faith has played a big part in my side, and it's been great, man. I'm really happy.
Okay. I'm happy to. What would you say to anyone on the fence of joining?
I'd say I say do it. How can I put this? It would open a whole new perspective of looking at phone calls, talking to people. I, in my experience, being older and learning something new, it was very easy, welcoming. So in no point I felt that, just because I was older, I was like, oh man, this guy can learn or anything as fast. So I always felt welcomed. The material was great. I mean, you can apply this to any industry. I think last time I was a V-shirt when I started with you, and I've been able to apply this in two other offers.
Mhm.
So
Good.
I'd say you have to do it.
I have to do it. Telling them what to do now. Joking. What's next for me? Besides,
Well, if you want to get better, you got to learn new things.
yeah,
So,
okay. I know that I know you're coming to Paraguay, which you told me at the start, which I'm happy about at some point, which obviously, like I said, pick you up from the airport, no worries. But what's on the horizon for you, do you think? What's your next goal? What are you striving for next? What's sort of the next milestone you're looking to hit?
my next milestone is going to be the 20K plus, for sure. If you're looking at monetary goals, it's going to be 20K plus.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of, I really want to stick to this offer. I don't want to jump to offer. So I don't I need to keep training myself, and at the same time I have to keep going through the courses, because your mind needs to keep sharp.
Mhm.
It's one thing that and just keep that level up.
Mhm. And what about non-monetarily? Like, what are you looking to kind of accomplish?
Non-monetarily, I really really want to get my name out there in this industry. I like I said at the beginning, I think I was in the top 5% in my service industry, and I can definitely
Good.
I want to join that club as well on the high ticket space, and so it's definitely one of my goals. I'm here to stay. I'm really happy. I've been able to travel. I've spent time with my parents that for a while. I'm spending time with my kids. So this industry has done a lot to me, a lot for me. It hasn't been easy, like I said. It's been tough, but the right training and persistence, it's
You're
it's
getting there.
worked out.
Good stuff.
Yeah, getting there for sure.
Sweet. All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, this is one of my favorite testimonials. Because I remember the original days, so I'm happy to see how far you've came. Um, but yeah, I'll see you in Paraguay soon. All right.
All right, we'll do. And again, Dan, thank you very much. For your patience, bearing with me, and thanks again, man. I really appreciate it. Means a lot.
Cool.